Good evening, folks. It's 2307 on the 26th day, 5th month, 2022. I'm getting a lot of reports from some people telling me that their air smells like farts, eggs, sulfur, like matches. So I've done some digging into it, and it really it's hard to explain why it would smell this way. And I did bring up that it's possible there could be some outgassing even from molds and mushrooms and stuff. I do look for natural explanations, right? Because we should. And to show you this, here's an article about how bacteria and fungi can poison your air, and I'll be like to slip this information here into the chat box, right? Wherever that goes. Here we go. All right, let's put that in. Boom. Right. And yeah, you guys are reporting this stink. And while moisture levels in Australia right now, as far as saturation goes and what's there, I'll show you some. Just the soil moistures alone, as of today, it's very conducive for growing molds. And well, thank goodness there's a bit of drying out in sight going on. See? I told you guys you were going to have a bit of a period where things were going to dry out. You'll just get your normal monsoon season or your monsoon when these fall rains occur. You're even going to have a bit of snow up in your mountains coming up. Same with Tassie's high mountains. I'll show you later. I'm going to do an extensive show if everything cooperates. But I want to get some of this data out of the way. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The moisture anomalies. Yeah, this is one actually a stat where I can see if you're high or low for the year. Right? Can you believe that's actually there ain't been enough rain there? Anomaly. Yeah. Well, that's just is what it is, but that's a silly stat. Drought intensity. Can you believe there's any? But I got lots of stuff I can look at, even when there's fires and dust mats. But I digress. You want to look at CO2, carbon monoxide, since it's only got one O. It's a mono. It's a single. That would be a dioxide because it's got two sulfur S, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur dioxide is what we're going to talk about. So yes, this can give this off, and it's very bad actually for human health, right? And here you see the brain where breathing is controlled. These gases can result in suppressing oxygen uptake and causes death by gas suppression. This is very interesting. The gas is lethal, fast-acting, and acts much like, well, I don't like to even throw those words, a different poisonous gas to prevent cells from extracting energy from organic carbon using oxygen. And to say hydrogen cyanide is that's very to say something mimics that, and that you would even take a chance to put something in the atmosphere that would do that. And it says, you can find it through rotten air color, and this is a natural production of this, right? So if I go away from this article here, and I'm going to close her down because I've already given you a link, I can go to this article here, which is the Paris Accord governance document that you often see me read from 2016, and it's never been ratified, the Paris Accords, and I don't think it should be. And that's what I'm showing you why. Right? They want to deploy airplanes, look at this, to burn sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. Now, how are they going to burn it in the atmosphere? With flares? Is it going to come out the back of a jet as an additive that will spread out and cover the sky and fall out to mimic these volcanoes that they want to do? Right? It's feasible. Geoengineering, there's the word. Okay? That is most actively investigated currently, and it would say here like number 55. So I would go down here to number 55, and who says this? This guy here says the fail-safe solar radiation management geoengineering from 2013. Here's your sources, right? When I say this is real, I'm not making this up. Here's all you need to do is dive into all those little numbers they did, backing up their reason to try to spray you with something that they said is it could make you die. High reflectivity of aerosols. I don't know about you, but I was told not to huff aerosols when I was growing up because it was bad for me. What about you? Were you told to do acid? You think sulfuric acid is going to be very healthy for our planet's fauna? If you don't want to think about yourself, that's all good. You know, check off the planet if you want to, but don't take all the plants with us. Be worried about our albedo. I think be worried about somebody else's libido. Surface reflectivity and all that. This is all the BS that they talk, but at the end of the day, when you start seeing things like artillery shells, there's your chem bombs. Potential delivery vehicles for sulfur dioxide injection include aircraft, artillery shells, stratospheric balloons. You want to see that program? That comes again from Bill Gates' Harvard. Watch this. Scope X Harvard balloons. Again, this Harvard Crimson Club wants a lot of blood. Why experiments for dimming? Couch Group Harvard. You're gonna got some homework to do. Look at the size of this thing. Scientific Times. Right? This is real. This is not a conspiracy. This is a huge concern to me because chem bombs fucking suck. They do. Sorry about the swearings and all. I'm doing my best to try to rein in that disability I have. But it is what it is. I just said it. Children are never supposed to watch shows where they say some things could kill us, like sulfur dioxide injection. Right? We know that's not healthy. Do you want to stick your head up somebody's ass and smell it? I don't think so. Well, how did your sky smell this morning? And this is just a basic on SO2. I go, CO2, that ain't healthy as all. Your air is fucked over, Sydney. You ain't getting proper oxygen through here, and it should be. There's trees over here. They're breathing good in your neck. At least the forest is getting something decent. But doesn't tell you how much oxygen is there. They don't want you to know. There might be great amount of oxygen, and there's no problem at all. Right? But they don't tell you. Double. It keeps showing up on my maps. That's like a really important crossroads, isn't it? Very curious about the history of that town. Like a trading outpost or something. Yeah, it's just some stuff I'm going through. And the Scope X is quite real. I didn't take it to the Resistance Center. Did I send you a copy of this? Let me go look. I'm sorry if I'm farting around. I'll do it twice. Twice is nice. I can't really read your comments until I'm on this screen. That is a big bastard, isn't it? There has been a strange smell in our local area, says Honey Caleb. Thought someone was fertilizing my garden. No, that's not nice. Some people are smelling metallic. Some are smelling farts. Some smell fish. It's very odd. You know. We'll do a thing about the smells on a different show, a different way to do it. But right now, I just want to cover this info. This is the Scope X program, the Harvard again. They say such. Everything that seems to be killing us and causing problems seems to come from that school. Sell you some couches. Here's some new teeth. I'm not seeing the information quick enough there. Show me some images here, please, to make my point. This is not small. Right? That ain't small. That's the Strato Cruiser. That's what that device is known as. With this gondola that you can put various nisses. You can have a device that does electrospinning on that makes like cobweb looking things. Yeah, electrospinning. There's an article on my wall that Pete Robin posted. What a great guy he is. Yeah, I've been loving his work for a very, very long time. He's one of the elder statesmen. Here, look. This is what they want to do, man. Tell me that thing ain't farting out a chem bomb on your ass. Right, you tell me chem bombs ain't real, and here it is, the Royal Society publishing PDF. Hey, you want a PDF to help? No. I will reject your cookies. I do not want your cookies. They are bitter GMO cookies. Look, there's the name, the usual suspects, Keith. He's a Harvard Club, and here he is at the Royal Society, being roiled. using their big words, SRM, and they'll use their libido, the albedo word, which is the reflectivity into space. Catalytic chemistry. I'm telling you, chemical catalysts in your skies, right? Hydrogen, oxygen, radical. They're telling you it's all here. It's all here. Why do you think they want to know how much nitrous oxide is in the sky? Right? When I come over here and I look at this statistic, where was it? Oxides of nitrogen. You can see the O2 is an oxide. Come on, come up there. You go off. You come on. Get off. It's not cooperating. Okay, well, let's do something different. But yeah, you see, they have that statistic there. Why? Because they need to track all the gases of their freaking chemistry set that this Earth has become. Chemical catalysts in your sky. I keep telling you. I ain't making this up. This is one of the saddest things I have to talk about. Dynamics of water vapor, lower stratospheres, how they can make shit happen. I'll hold that there for a minute. You guys can screenshot it. I know I can. Boom. Yes, what kind of water? Is it toxic water? Is it the pure stuff you'd want to drink? Is it got something in it? Aerosol loading, right? And temperature. You have to make the conditions that clouds form and occur. A cloud is not fake. It's very real. We must confront what is in it very soon. Yeah, with the greatest of alacrity. And you like to use big word. Extratropical convection. Yeah, that's where your EMF causes motions and movements of currents. And even flying a jet plane through something can cause currents. So you got a lot of factors here that Mr. Keith wants to control. Playing God. They're playing God with your weather. That thing's farting it off right there. Sulfur dioxide. They say they're going to do it. They say it. They say it. Right here. You can't deny this shit. Don't call me a conspiracy theory. I think you people with degrees got some homework to do called learn this fucking document before you call me out, because I'll own you with it, with your own studies. Look at the size of this thing. That's a fucking crane. That ain't small. This guy, I bet he's making a lot of money. He looks like his wallet is very full. Hi. Feeling locked down yet? Equipment gondola. Equipment. What a tool. I don't even want to know who his name is. And here he is again, Mr. Poison. Mr. Poison right there. Got his hands in this pie. Mr. Poison has paid this guy's here. That guy don't look too happy, does he? Does he look so happy? I bet he fucking is, evil about it. Even he has admitted he doesn't know the effects of what is going to go on because of this program. Mr. Keith here. I think they should be behind the planes breathing that stuff first and see how they feel a couple years later and let us know how that works out. Greenhouse pollution. They're the ones polluting my sky. Look at this shit now off the coast of Australia. Now I'm going to show you what the results of all that crap is. This is what they've done to you today. Look at all these chem bombs going off all at once off your coast. Boom, 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 go to plumes off of Maroochydore. Boom, off the coast of Brisbane. Going, your freedom is gone. Breathe it, have it. You did not get a choice. Your politicians said so. Big batch of sickness mist streaming over the country. Something sprayed in international waters out here could come over you. Your law here can't stop that. You can't hold a local meeting to get this to stop. You must have all your politicians say no to the Paris Accords, no to spray in the skies, no to blurring out the satellite feed so we can't even get a freaking clear image, but yet when you break the law, they get an image of you holding your phone or your coffee clear to your freaking car from 100 freaking yards away. But yet they ask for all this money to show you weather, show you the forecast. Look, we got a new radar. Can we have your money? You ain't getting shit for your money except shitted. And there's this shit falling out on you over the top of you. These are your tax dollars at work. This is your children's future going up in smoke, taking your children out before they can have children with a future. This is not on, man. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. Look at this going against flow. Everything is headed south except that. It's like a rocket went off. And they use sound in rockets as well. You could prove chemtrails with sound in rockets. Those experiments done in Norway. Chemical trails with atmospheric excitations with actually using a HAARP device over there. And to do it on purpose and saying so. Yeah. I think the people with degrees they got some homework to do. Because things have changed since you went to school. Or did you go to school? Cool. Did you finish it? What was your grades? Fucking hell. Look at this chem bombs going off out here in the tropics. Yep. You got an interesting looking storm that's going to form. It's going to scare the shit out of you guys. It's going to be hovering right off your coast. But I don't see a chance in hell of that thing coming ashore. I just don't. All the flows say, all your weather's coming from here and up through here. It's the only places it can go. Big beam kicked off down here. I don't know if you guys seen the swirl beam kick off, but it did. I don't have a handy picture of that to show you straight off. I'll try to get that on a different show, but you've seen this. That basically caused a flow in a heated up area that's going to force all moisture up and around in here from there. That's coming in through here. Got a spinner out here that's just slowly kicking off to just strip moisture a little bit. Every time this goes around, the desiccants in it wick up moisture from the sea, and they just puff a little bit of it off. Watch. I'll do it a little faster. The move shows up a little easier. See the pulses coming through here. And that shears a little moisture off the top and sends it on down. Bzzz, getting fried, getting fried. And what kind of fish is being cooked up for us today? Cod. I think there are a bunch of fish dicks doing this shit. Look at these chem bombs going over Broome. Right over the path to where the storms are going to be. Right over this path right here when I go through the rain and thunder. With the ball of lightning, wall of thunder. Boy, you guys are going to see some rain through here. Here's your corridor. Here's where it's coming. It's coming right through here. Where this corridor is of all this chem. And this time it ain't jet planes. You see any jet pass through here? No, it's chem bomb deployment. Last time they used an excuse that planes cause it. These are not jet planes doing this, folks. This is chem bomb deployment. This is the artillery method. And whether it's being released from stratospheric balloons or an aircraft or some artillery shells from a device that is undisclosed to the general public is a answer to a question we all deserve to have honestly given to us. Honestly, forthright, and with full disclosure. What's in our skies might be burning our eyes. If we're smelling farts in the air, we ain't eating beans, and we ain't got industry nearby, that shit needs to stop. Right? Something is wrong. That is toxic. And the mold spores have got to be allowed to dry out. The geoengineers cannot keep sending moisture over this part of the Australia. It has got to dry out. If not, you're going to see the issues with the autoimmune, with the spores and the mushrooms and the molds. God have mercy on us all when they're doing this. I mean, really, mercy on us all. We didn't earn this, folks. We didn't earn this. I feel like I've been sent to my room and waiting for my daddy to come home for a punishment of something I didn't do. Then nobody believes me. Here you go. I'm just rolling tape right now. I want to let you see this. How many years I've been covering this weather? And this is I'm very much agreeing with this. I'm not agreeing with the water amounts. The path will be here, mostly to here, because I'll show you why I say that. If I pull up, sun dimming, what a bunch of numbnuts. If I pull up worldview, let this load a minute. I'm sorry, I had deflated myself. I'll get on it. Right, this ain't about deflation. This is about inflation of knowledge. The reason I say that, and it's going to come through here, is this. See that square right here? It's going to create an outflow boundary. It's going to pin that storm. It's going to walk it right in here. Right over the top of these folks. Just like I said before. What's that, Napier? Not 100% sure. I ain't got my names put on yet. Oh, a decade of reporting on this. Yeah, if you were on these areas here, your time to get the fuck out has nearly come to an end. Now you'll be into the batten down the hatches mode. And look at these chemical trails in your skies. These are the chem bombs that we see floating around up here. If I go to the sat viewer and we come over here, you'll see them coming over. Boom! You can see that one blow up. Right, or look right here. See where I'm pointing? See the percussion ring like an explosion going out? And right over the top of you. And right over the top of you. What a shame. My oceans get toxified by people that say they want to detoxify it. I mean, that's the worst part about it, is they're using our love to kill it. And well, that can't be allowed to continue, can it? I mean, really. That's like the person that gives candy to the baby, man. You think they're all kind and all, but they got an ulterior motive. And well, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch, and the colors of these ice crystals in the sky don't match the rest of the clouds, do they? That looks to me like a firework going off, don't it? With the pellets that they call stars shooting off and catalyzing clouds in the atmosphere. That's a chem bomb. Chem bomb went off. Look at the square to this. It's not a round form. Not a microwave popcorn clouds underneath. This is very, very sad to me that this is allowed to continue. You know, it's beautiful to be able to control weather and all, but this is, oh my God, that's sickness mix. This is different. Oh man. See how that's different than that? That's actually been done over your country. I can't even say that was international waters. Something changed in that mix when it came over the land. They didn't edit it out enough. I'm showing you, Australia. This is the news. This is sickness mix. This is getting hard to show now. I'm just gonna roll your weather for a minute. Just watch the plan unfold. This is what they plan to do to you, right? Then I'm gonna give you your fun. I decided every time I do this, I'm gonna show you where there's good surfing, right? At least let my forecast give somebody some fun. So I'm gonna try to remember that. If I get some post-its, I'll stick them up around my monitor to remember to look at certain things. But I think it's about time I gave you some surf. Oh my God. Look at barreling right on in, right over the top of one of the biggest weather stations in the world, Exmouth. And look how it suddenly turned north. Womp. So that can I do an EMF prediction? Right. They need to use a beam to do this. To do this move, they have to have a big beam. So there's going to be a beam pulse coming up like this, like a wiper. Like if I drew an arm out here, like imagine that's an arm, right? And this is the top, this is the bottom pivot point, and I swing it like that. I make it thick here like a wedge. I'll sling that moisture right across your country like a freaking snowplow. I fucking will. That's just how that works. Yeah, you've had a miss with just some rain here. You watch it go by. I'm going to go fast jump you. You watch. It's going by. It's going by. Storm's coming inland, folks. New Zealand's about to get smacked. It's going to get smacked. But you ain't getting smacked with this. You getting smacked with the tail. This thing will bring a tail with it from the tropics. And this is what's going to soak New Zealand. This is your flood. This is where all your flood is coming from. And if you ain't been warned, New Zealand, I'm doing it now. Watch. Watch it come across here. Um, Midnight my time is 12 noon your time on Monday. High noon. Ooh, this is not good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 days from now. Let's see something here. I'll do a little accumulation math. 5 days from now. Fuck all. Right, so nothing. It ain't all of it. Aw, man, again. Hey, Wakatani. Got them boats still ready? You finished your ark yet? You would. I'll tell you what. If you had both built an ark at the beginning of your rain season, you'd be using it by now. There's a new spot getting the floods. That's a lot of rain coming, and all that's coming between here and here. Ah, man. Wipe out. And again, wet. This shore cops at any of us. I'm not surprised by those numbers there, but this again, this area here is getting it. And there you have the first warning of it. Yeah, but I kind of said something about a week ago. The setup was right. I'm not going to go into the pressures tonight. I'm not in the mood. I'm actually getting a bit tired. You try describing the sickness mix and try to see if you can do it. What we got here? Wankata. Oh, Wanaka. The wankers are spraying you like bugs. The used storms from Australia over to you. And now over to you, New Zealand. See some snow popping up from here and there. Yeah, I could see that coming. That's good for the ski resorts that are owned by our oppressors. High Mountain, Tasmania. A bit of wintry mix for you guys, too. Let's see what type. Oh, man. Yeah, you guys, you're dodging a bullet, actually, with the low going like that. Except for the earthquake risk once that leaves. But it's bringing up all this cold air. It's Santa's jingle bells from the South Pole this time. One of these actually I was looking today told me to type. Let's see, where was it? Precipitation. Freezing altitude right now is still pretty low. That's very low, actually. (3,600 feet, roughly. That's low to the ground freezing temperatures. High up there, low down here. Here you that's why you're getting your snows. Cloud tops. Here's your this is known as your CAPE index. CAPE index is what likelihood is there of a severe storm. And the CAPE index ain't got fuck all for Australia except through here a couple of times this week, in case you've never used the CAPE index. I told you I got a lot of factors. And it's easier to just look at the stat than to just look at all this. So I just do jumps. Because this app actually ticks along once an hour. I can come. Now here's for all the surfer friends. There's your swells, man. How swell is it? The closest to the swells you're going to get is actually in Byron, but some of the swell surf I'm seeing from up here is really conducive between Rockhampton and Mackay. But you're going to have to watch out for the toxic water from the runoffs of the floods. That's always going to be in your mind, in my mind. Yeah, man. Well, why don't I show you? Oh, they ain't showing you no stat there. Let's not even look at that. No stat in. Right. Surf's up, man. Watch out when they're for cross flows. Like when you see like this, those are dangerous conditions. So, your fun map is as follows. Surf's up here. Surf's up. Surf's up. Boredom. You'll be bored over here. Cape Byron looking fair on this side of the Cape. Yeah, Maroochydore, you should be popping. Actually, you might get that special one that my friend Steve told me about once. Who stopped talking to me. But anyways, I digress. Very heavy pounding surf for this coast here. It's very dangerous. So fishermen and waka owners, Your calm sides are here, and in these bays over here, just across here, like where I pointed out the other day. That's for some friends of mine. Any of you gliders out there? Glide away, man. That's just some of this stuff I look at. I got a lot of factors in your weather. So I basically gave you your roundup, man. You guys are going to get soaked through here. You guys through here, calm your farms. Things got to dry down. You got a mold problem. And it's possible molds are giving off sulfurs as well. But, you know, when I see stuff like this going on, I have suspect where sulfur is coming from. It's not always being from a mushroom, right? When the potential delivery vehicles say, they really are telling me that not only are chem bombs possible, not only is it researched by these evil people and funded by these people, but I can see them right here. Boom, boom, go to plumes. Chem bombs suck. Big love.